What's up, YouTube? All right. Well, we can kind of preamble for a bit, and I'll kind of start an episode in a minute or two. We'll give people
Lost you. We're off to a great.
oh, am I back? Oh, you know what it was? I opened another window.
There you
Let me see. I'm just posting in the Discord. We'll give a minute or two for people to come in, and then I'll kind of like start the episode. But we are live now.
We're okay. Are
Yeah.
you, like I said, a podcast virgin? So are you using it through your Streamlabs or whatever?
Yeah, so I'm just on Streamlabs. It's live on YouTube right now. There's nothing really fancy going on. You've just got audio coming through. I guess I could
You gotta put my picture up.
yeah, I'll work on that.
People could say, "Who was that clown?"
Yes, I am live with Fart Smucker.
Yeah, buddy. Sorry, I just drank some tea. I had to intensely say, "Yeah, buddy."
Yeah, buddy. All right. Let's see. How do I make your picture bigger?
Well, first draw a face. No. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to like all the common social internet tools. I didn't start using Steam till like 5 years ago. So.
Dude, tell me about it. I'm awful. Let's see. I think I can make it its own window, and maybe that would help.
That's what people want to see. Up my nose.
Yes. Well, I just assumed that you didn't have much shame with a name like Fart Smucker.
No. Yeah. I don't get rattled easily. At least I hope not, or at least I say that out loud for confidence. So. I mean, hence my picture. Well,
You gotta have a sense of humor, man.
So I'm large and covered in tattoos. Most people are like, "Ew." So it's like, no, look, I'm a goofball. Seriously, I'm really dumb.
All right. Let's see. Not that window. We'll go with this window. Let me see. Do you want me to try screen sharing if I talk about something on screen, or do you just want to talk? Well, just let me know if you want me to share the screen.
I mean, yeah, whatever's easy on your end. I'm as usual on the DQ database. So I'm got all the info ready to go. It's like a library, but much cooler.
Yeah, said no one ever. Let me see. I think that's decent.
Most people say, "What's a library nowadays?"
Yeah. Let's see. I think if I go to, let me see. Okay, good. It doesn't screw that up. Yeah. I don't think. Well, if you want to see what I'm doing, just put the just look at the live stream. I guess. I think it'll screw everything up if I share the screen.
Yeah, except I am new to that. So
Yeah.
hey, who's that guy on the bottom left?
Huh. It looks. I don't know, man. He's got heart pink glasses on.
I'm sitting still. Look, I'm the best at staring contests. Watch, I won't blink.
I don't that I would make more fun of you, but that's a thick neck. I don't know if I want to make fun of you too much.
Like I said, yeah.
I'm a steering wheel
I
holder.
look like a lot of DQ players, probably.
Well, I mean, you're home on a Friday night with nothing better to do than talk to another nerd on the internet, so you're one of us.
Oh no, I know. Believe me, I know. In my 20s, I was never home, but it's I got work tomorrow, and it's Friday night. Me and the wife picked out on some sort of meat, cheese, bread combination or something, and
Dude,
yeah,
I remember
time to chill.
yeah, in like my mid-20s, my sister would be like, me and the rest of the family are starting to worry because like you're going out and drinking all the time, and I'm like, I go out once a week. That's like the one exciting thing I did. That like I was playing WoW with Tam. I'm like, you guys want to hear about my WoW raid? No, I talk about like I go out to the karaoke bar and hang out with my friends and stuff. Nobody wants to hear about like my 2 night a week heroic raiding group.
Yeah, I used to pay the mortgages at bars every Friday and Saturday nights were time travel into Saturday. Saturdays were time travel into Sundays. So.
Dude, yeah, but when I first started truck driving, I was making some decent money, and being really stupid, and my drinking habit was significantly worse. So, yeah, dude, some $250 tabs, and just for the
I
night.
mean, me and the lady, we dinner tab, drinks, shots, whatever. I mean, on Fridays and Saturdays, had a DD, no regrets. I mean, during the week, for all the years I drank, it was a rare thing. Same with smoking cigarettes. When I back in my 20s, when I did that too, it was a rare thing during the week by myself. So
I
it
quit
was
just a few
good that
months
it was
ago.
like this annoying social habit, and I was able to kick it. Say again?
I quit just a few months ago.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. Yeah.
yeah, I used to everyone's like before I quit, like during the first year of the game. Sometimes if I was streaming, I would just like turn the camera off and be like, "It's bad habit time."
I mean, cigarettes like eating candy bars. Think about it. You're just paying money to hurt yourself. It doesn't matter how good it feels or how good it tastes. It's that temporary little moment's over. And cigarettes are crack prices nowadays. It's crazy.
Dude, I'm
So
in New York.
it's like,
It's
no
the
thanks.
worst here.
So,
And you know, it just started making me feel extra shitty all the time. So
oh yeah.
like people talk about different methods for quitting and stuff, or like don't like yeah, you can tell people that smoking is bad. They know that. You can't
So
quit smoking
speeding
until
and
you
running
want to.
stop signs. Right, they're gonna do that too. So
Yeah, you gotta want to quit. That's the key. Like
yeah, you just like I said, me, it wasn't a terrible habit. It was maybe a pack a week, so I was able to literally just quit
oh yeah.
overnight and haven't touched one in 12 years, so or whatever it's been.
Yeah, me, I still I can't turn them down at the bar, but and that's another reason I'm not going to the bar very much.
When I would drink, it would be back to back cigarettes.
Yeah,
It would just wouldn't stop.
chain
I don't know why
smoking.
that is, but yeah, that was
No, it's a
on
natural
good times.
phenomena. Yeah.
Like peeing and pooping. Got to do one with the other. Anyways, let's talk about Dragon Quest.
All right, let
Enough
me
about
do
peeing and cigarette.
let me start a recording before dude, and that's the dude when it's recent, like you don't even want to talk about them. Like a dude, an anti-smoking campaign will just make you think about a cigarette when you've recently quit.
Like a war on drugs. That ain't solve shit.
All right, let me do this.
I thought we were
I'll
live the whole time, or I thought you were recording the whole time.
no, so I mean it is recorded, but I like to make like a more official is the wrong term, but so I'll just do my little. I'll give you an obvious
A little cue.
time to tag it. Yeah, an obvious cue. All
Yeah,
right,
gotcha.
here we go. What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into Chase Games here today, alongside.
Fart Smucker Incorporated.
I told you there was going to be a cue, asshole, dude.
Oh, because they went to dead air.
It's fucking ruined. Oh, there's probably a delay too. All right, so today I am here with Fart Smucker. We're live on YouTube, which doesn't really matter if you're watching this in recording. I put a shout out in Discord. None of those assholes are here yet. There's like one guy, and it's probably Fart. But if you're watching this recording, it doesn't matter. Who cares? So, Fart Smucker, who the hell are you?
I am, well, as the name indicates, Fart Smucker.
Mm-hmm.
No, as far as this game goes, like I mentioned in one of my videos, day one player, been playing Dragon Quest since I was single digits, since the Nintendo games came out. I still have my original 4 Nintendo games, which, if my house ever caught fire, those go first, then the wife, then the cats. You know, very important. So no, I've been a fan of the series. I've always taken it over like Final Fantasy and things like that, and I was a big player of the Stars game. And when that closed, this came out a month later. I said, ooh, so been playing this since day one. I actually tried to get in the beta for this. I forget how that fell through, but I didn't get beta access.
I was in the beta, dude. I was
There you go.
obsessed. I was obsessed. Although I will admit, near the end, it was like, okay, so it was the base game with no campaign at all. There was no DQ1, no nothing. The spotlight, I don't know if he was at a higher rate or not, but I remember in the beginning of the game, I've mentioned this like dozens of times. I couldn't understand why people were saying the Prison Peacock sucked, because he was the spotlight for the general banner. Like I get it was just the general banner, but like he was like the spotlight, at least looking unit. I don't remember. I don't remember if he had a higher rate. I don't remember if Killing Machine was in it. I think Killing Machine was. Whatever.
I think so. He was on the official art. I recall for the like splash page art kind of thing.
But I mean, so we're basically on our own back then, or at least I didn't know if there was a Discord and or a Reddit. I can't recall, but like, I mean, I couldn't figure out any of the versus fights. I think maybe I got the first troll one down.
Yeah, they were tough for a while. The Prison Peacock one had me, because I did it on my own. I do recall that. That is the truth. I swear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, the Prison Peacock. I still haven't cleared Prison Peacock. And then
with rank 8, you could do it auto now, probably.
maybe, yeah. I think I tried it during rank 7. He still puts out some damage, but I also have zero patience for figuring things out.
Same. Thank God for Afro and all them guys for videos of like, whoop whoop, time to cheat. So,
amen, man.
Cheat, but time to give up.
That was like I like, if something is easy enough for me, I might make a guide. But like I told people, like right when I started the channel, I'm like, I am not the guide guy. Like Platt did that a lot. Platt had some terrific guides, and I don't think he cheated much, or like sometimes he would look at Japanese guides for advice, but dude, Platt liked sitting down for a couple hours and just going into things head first.
Ugh. He got the mini medals on the battle roads. Like he got that so quick. I was like, dude, this guy's out of control.
Yeah.
It was like, make sure this guy's got this wisdom and this is rank 8 or high and this, that, the other. And I was like, I see how this game is going to be. Okay.
and what's funny is like he's just really patient with that. And I think that's the thing, because like Platt is not like I mean, he can be strategic, but like he's not a min-maxer. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, he doesn't take the game super seriously, but he liked doing the guides.
Really hard content with wiggle room or room left to grow. Even I was just like, and I'm struggling, and I thought I had more. It's like, oh shit. So.
Oh, I mean, that's fun. Following some of these Blossom Door guides, that's the reason I made my own videos, just to voice them. But like, look, my awakenings are a little different. I just want to show that it still works with this, because dude, my 4-heart Seraphy was way more of a problem than a help. You really don't want to chase Seraphy dupes right now. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a long time before I rank her up, if ever. There's going to be a fight where I absolutely need more healing that I will begrudgingly rank her up.
Can I have one? Because I'm stuck on Blossom Door 34.
I would give you 2 of my Seraphy awakenings.
And every time there's a featured banner unit, I'm like, woo, throwing my wallet at it. Give me Seraphy, and anything else is fine too. And then I get 70 boss trolls. So.
Well, gosh, I think the you could have had the Valentine's banner. That was another thing that we missed.
Yeah,
but
that's in the ether now. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do. Yeah, for the record, Fart was worried about not having enough to talk about, and I'm like, dude, we just missed an event shop / campaign. We're not gonna get Golden Week. There's GVG just happened. He just joined a wildly successful super duper hardcore guild that does amazing in GVG. So there's a lot to talk about. And then I can't remember. I feel like there's other things too. Oh, the fact that like, dude, the crunch is. That's something I'd like to talk about that I'm just kind of wowed about is...
It's an obvious thing now, buddy. For people who are skeptical, it's like, no, it's in your face now. The missing shop thing, a lot of people are wise to now also. So I was like, that's a pretty solid topic to talk about, at least right now.
I think a lot of people don't like... Sometimes it's like, I take this game... I'm not the most hardcore, obviously, but like... Dude, I take the game seriously enough that I'm always looking on like the JP Twitter, and I don't use Game 8 as well. Like, back in the day, there was Game With. I don't know if you messed around. That was really nice because they did, like, posts about almost every new edition, and I could just scroll back in time, like the Twitter, but with more details. And they're offline now. But, dude, you can just scroll back and see all the stuff that JP got that we didn't. I think most people don't realize how much we don't get.
I use that for Stars a lot because Stars in Japan was, like, 5 years ahead of global, so you would see like all the stuff coming. I would live on that fucking website. Yeah. So, dude,
now an experience like that, I mean, do you summon for what you want, or there must be a lot of things that are like, dude, that is only good for like 8 months, and that is completely dead.
One of the first things they released was the metal equipment. That was still actually very relevant.
Okay.
6 years into the Japan release.
Yeah.
Some of the weapons, and then all the armor and stuff. once Golden Dragon came out, some of the Rubis gear, like the Golden Dragon stuff was the first like holy shit equipment. Not only was it major power creep in our version, but it was still very useful in Japan version. And then there was awakened versions of weapons and skills, and there was a lot you could invest into now that would help you later, which is, that's how I look at it as an investment. It's just, buying shit now. But at least I looked at what was going to be good and not like buying like Sorrow's gear in that game, because he's so good in Tact. It's funny, it's a polar opposite. And Stars, his sword and his armor was trashed here to say the least. So, but yeah, that's long gone.
Oh, and it's funny. All the spouts from like, not too long ago, somebody, a relatively new player, was like, "Man, I got really lucky during Die, and I got two of the banner units with tickets." And my first thought is to crap on it because I'm Chase Games. It's Doom and Gloom Games here. Let me ask: Did you invest in the Die units? Did you go in on that?
Yeah, just like with, you're going to be mad, just like with Grey Gnarl and Barbarous, I got all 3 fucking units on the paid pull. I did 1-1-1, got all 3. Same with Grey Gnarl and Barbarous, 1-1. I said, I'm done. I don't wail for dupes. I'm just good enough. But you're going to be even more mad because I got a First Awakened die on one, Tact points maybe, or one of the daily single pulls. I got a second die somehow. Otherwise, I would have maybe pulled for a die because he's pretty good. He's got something for everybody. He's got like damage reduction and a decent move and stuff like that. He's like okay in arena. If his weight wasn't 60 or whatever, he'd be a lot better. But die was pretty cool. Argon. Oh my God, not Argon. What's his name?
Hunkel or Hadler?
No. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. He's with the double recovery and stuff. I was like, that'd be cool if I got more of them. I'm definitely not going to try to pull for more.
So here's the thought. Immediately I had this thought is like, and it made me think about, we were talking about if you could look back a long time, which I'm kind of surprised that the JP must have known that there was a problem with like the what we think it's licensing or something. I don't think anybody should have gone for any of the die stuff other than just collecting. Like, it's probably not hurting you because you just did the paid ones onlys and stuff, but like I probably would have done the same at the time. But like those units are dead. Like,
yeah, they're not going to get a Blossom Tree.
Probably. Yeah, there's no Blossom. Like, there's no more
right,
Awakenings.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I thought of that too actually. Die was the only one I was probably going to chase a little. So
which
same with like.
It's funny because I think Die looked strong when he came out, but like I've never seen Die used for a single thing.
Yeah, you don't see him a lot. I want to say that it's also probably because a lot of people maybe didn't pull for him. Maybe I might just be, that's the copium talking, because I like him. He's useful in quite a few situations, especially since he gets 2 uses of his Coup de Grace with his Zap attack, and it one shots. One shots Great Dragon. It can almost one shot Squidzilla depending on which one you're fighting, maybe. So.
Let me see. Oh, so what's your favorite Blossom unit that came out last month, or recently, whatever?
Say again.
Oh, what was your favorite Blossom last month? I feel like the last month or so, we've gotten a lot of awesome Blossoms.
Oh God, there's a lot. Probably, well, Goresby is, like I said in my video, if he was a real person, I'd shake his hand. Probably hug him too, but he might kill me.
I'm working on mine. Yeah.
It's like the Elena. When Elena got her blossoming, those crits is just like, ooh, satisfying. But with him, he got a 3-hit attack, and he has the follow-up dual wield thing. And once I did get 4 crits. I got all 3 to crit and the follow-up to crit. And I think I called my wife and was like, hey, come look, the thing that already happened. Like it was awesome. So and Malroth as well, who I already really like. I use him left and right now in arena. It's like, don't know who to pick Malroth. He'll do some damage. He's got amazing recovery, and you're going to inflict some fucking ailment on somebody.
Now,
so there you go.
Well, when I took your account on in GVG, I underestimated Malroth because I thought he was going to go down so quickly, but I forget that he starts for 2 or 3 turns. He has defensive buffs.
Yes, I think it's Belrez too.
Yeah, so I'm like, my Sorrow's going to one-shot him, and then he didn't, which I think was probably just enough for a regen or for his recovery. And
Full
then
healed, it's like shit.
and then if you don't kill him first and you put some damage on, he just keeps. I handled him about as poorly as possible.
You know what? He's not terrible either. He goes early, kind of mid in the turn order, unless you're fighting like an all speedy unit. So he's pretty good.
By the way, I almost considered not uh, uh, blossoming my Goresby right away because there's so many other things I wanted, and I did Melroth first. Melroth also solves the sorrow problem. His Withering Glint
It's like it
has
yeah,
a
you'll
50% paralyzed chance.
Yep, for sure, big time.
Yeah. So in a scenario, if Sorrow is next to something, left and right, Withering Glint might be better than just one-shotting him with Goresby. But I mean, Goresby's really the only relevant. Well, if you didn't get Grayscale, Grey Gnarl, Goresby's still the only relevant zap damage right now, I think. So.
Yeah, no one's really using Slide Heart anymore. Terry's,
No.
kind of a rare thing.
Baron's actually amazing, but he's not an arena unit. So.
Yeah, which is weird because, I mean, he's easy to... I almost use him more for the zap spell, kind of keep him on the back end and do some zap spells. He's got the damage reduction and stuff, but yeah, he's
not the worst for arena, but like a real, champs like us are not going to bring Baron.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Like if you see him, you're like, okay, I got to pay attention to him, but it's not like, oh shit, it's another, not him again. He doesn't like scare you.
And I'll tell you, man, dude, I want to finish my Nightclubber Blossom so bad. I think I have just the top and the bottom node right now, and the crit 10 on him is huge. So I need that. I still need that on Goresby too, is 10 crit. With the multi hits, that makes such an impact.
So Goresby, you'll one shot Basaro not with just the 3-hit attack, but if one of those 3 hits crit. I'm sorry, if the first or second hit will crit, the third will kill him because he'll take him down. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't think it procs his get out of jail free until the action's over. It's the follow-up that has to kill him.
Right.
Excuse me.
Well, yeah. No, the follow, I don't think it has to be a different action. It's just the different strike, but I've never one-shot Sorrow, so I can't say.
Yeah, because I have crit in the first or second of the 3, and just the 3 has killed Basaro. So, yeah, I take that back. Yeah,
okay.
You can finish him that way or with the follow-up, so you're in good shoes then.
That's what I'm wondering about. People think I'm overhyping Zenlon, and I have no idea how people can think that because he seems so broken.
He's going to be the poster child for power.
Yeah. So you're
damn.
First of all, well, the reality is that you have to stun him. So God help us, don't give another ma'am that heals stun. I don't think there's anything that passively heals stun. I can't believe I've never been caught with I've never taken on somebody that put ma'am next to their Sorrow. I have never had her heal the enemy Sorrow. I've just avoided ma'am enough, I guess. I didn't even realize the combo until like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh.
I always forget she's there until someone, takes away an ailment. I'm like, oh, you bitch.
That's why, like, the first GVG I was in, I missed the first GVG. I was in the second, like, I'm like, oh, that's why, what were they, like, TWR or something? It's like a top 10 guild. I'm like, oh, that's why, like, almost every single member had ma'am. It wasn't because ma'am is awesome. It's also because ma'am just takes away the paralysis on Sorrow, so...
I mean, she's quick and it's good high spell damage too. Which, unless you're fighting a bounce unit, you're gonna take a hit. If I see her, bring party animal and you'll one shot her no problem because she'll go before her. She'll go before anybody. But
yeah,
assuming she's positioned to where you're not putting party animal out in the open for chum.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, man, Zenlon, that 50% reduction shield. Yeah, you're gonna have to go with a multi hit. And honestly, I think Goresby still might be an incredible answer to that.
He's the answer to everything.
He's the answer to a lot because it's weak to whoosh and zap. So I don't think Sagittar has. Sagittar is relatively agile. I don't know if it's agile enough to beat Zenlon. Because the thing is, when you take on Zenlon, I don't think that they're going to need to spec breath potency. You're either going to go for really high HP. He'll get up to like 2,000 HP. Or you can spec agility on him too. Like, everybody. It's like, oh, well, if I spec agility, I'll go first. Well, what if they do?
Yeah, and if they got agility buffs, you don't consider. So
Yeah, there's all kinds of things going on because, yeah, I mean, if I think that like his attack will just kill. I've ranted enough about how awesome I think he's going to be on stream. His breath would have to be, the damage would have to be really, really bad for him not to just be insane.
well, it's multi.
Well, it's two major
Standard.
breaths.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were wondering what his main ability, Aurora Breath. It's a large fan. I don't know if you remember, if you've seen it. It's I've got it up on the stream right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a large fan. You know, 1 row, 3 rows, and it's 1 square, 3 squares, 5 squares out. You know, like a pyramid. And yeah, it's major frizz and then major crack. Like that's unless each breath is doing like 300 neutral. It's like it's just gonna like it's gonna wreck stuff.
Base damage is 125, and it's breath scaling. So let me go to who's got like a heavy drag true forms blossom ability. What's the base damage off of that?
Dude, I don't know how to estimate breath damage. I thought it was just all a mystery.
Well, I think it's base damage. Someone's gonna no. Here's how you do it. So
no,
it's something to do with the levels. That's all I fucking know.
Oh, and by the way, this is just another fun perk with him. His leader skill is Dragon Breath plus 25%. And then his base perk, this is not an awakening, just a perk that he has. He basically has a
potency or whatever.
Yeah, his first perk is basically a secondary.
That's like silly
leaders.
Powerful. And that's base, like you said. Everybody gets that.
Yeah. And it's at the start of action on odd number turns up to the 10th. Increase breath power and recovery power. He has a breath that heals half damage done. Like, is it going to heal more than half damage now?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just
I'd have
whatever.
to. But yeah, it's so breath power and recovery of dragons in a 5x5, including yourself for 3 turns. So it's actually better than a leader skill. It's going to stack. Like, God, that seems. I just don't know how that isn't broken. I think
he's got his healing breath is 4 range, and his other one with an ailment attached to it is also 4 range. Like, that's so good.
Yeah. And then Seal
4 range in this game feels like a sniper rifle. I love it.
I can't remember. I think Seal is hobble, right? When they say Seal in the translation, I think that means hobble, because it doesn't say physical or magic or anything. So
which is also called bind for some reason.
Yeah, they should fix that by now. But so I don't know. That's probably not that big a deal, but it's hey. You know what? It's better to have it and not need it. But
especially the right person who doesn't have long range AoE, they're screwed. So,
dude, I think when DQ3 comes around, I think he goes Zenlon then Erdrick.
And yeah, when you were talking about Zenlon lately, I was because everyone's like Erdrick, oh my god, he's amazing. But then looking at Zenlon, I was like, he's a little better. I mean, he's better, not by, maybe by a lot, but Erdrick's still crazy powerful as well. I mean, the whole package is nuts. So, and that comes with Zoma's blossoming. Whew, that's a lot too.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on Zoma's blossoming. Zoma's blossoming is only a week old. I don't think I've seen anything about his damage being insane, but it's probably really good. Then I think I just saw one image somewhere on Game 8. But yeah, it's nice to see him coming back. By the way, I don't know if you've seen me going on in the Discord. Dude, the JP account that I started just to, have something to go on so that I can look at, rates and things like that. Dude, nobody knew that, they added the general pool. I just went and looked at the banners and saw what the general pool looked like. They added 8 new units. So
Frizz, a couple good ones, too. I mean, Dread, Zerfy, Gorsby, Marquis?
Yeah, I think it's probably everything up to the 1 year. I can't recall.
Wow.
Or around there. I don't. Anyway, yeah, there's 8 more units. I thought that they would be shameless and keep Seraphy out. I thought they would just shamelessly leave Seraphy out of the general pool because Square has no shame.
It's good they did that, and I'm hoping they did it because they saw that she was used in like 90% of EX content, and they were like, let's just kind of give this to everyone.
They have tried. We didn't get everything for JP that JP does, of course, but like they have tried to give banners where it's like, all right, if you don't have Seraphie yet, we'll give her to you for 30,000 gems, and it's usually fairly good banners. Are you familiar with what the February Valentine's Day banner was on JP?
You brought it up recently. I remember hearing about it a little while ago. Now I kind of forgot roughly what it was.
Yeah, I'll try to bring an image up, but it was I think it was only 10 stamps, free gems and all that. But why did I hit that button? It gave you a ticket after your summons that let you pick any of the spotlights, and it was female. It wasn't just heroes. I believe Seraphie was on it too, but when you did the 10th stamp, you got to pick any of the spotlights. So I mean, yeah. So you still did the 10th stamp, and then you got a ticket for the spotlight. And then a month later, they have White Day, which is like Valentine's Day works a little bit differently in Japan, apparently. Here we are. Yeah, it was the same thing with male heroes. Sorry, male characters, because yeah,
okay, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
So
seeing the stand cards and all.
wow, it's actually yeah. So yeah, 10 stamps, and for those that haven't seen this before, don't remember the item that they're giving 5 of on most of the slots on the stamp. Those are chocolates. They're 100 stamina, I believe. So if you do all 10 stamps on this, you got 2 guaranteed S ranks along the way. 35 chocolate items for 3,500 stamina. And then the 10th ticket, I don't know if the 10th ticket guarantees an S, but you get the thing that you can choose any female character. And Seraphie is on there. It's not just female heroines. So
that's Queen Slime and everything I just noticed too. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, we have to take furry seriously now, so of course they're not going to consider that. By the way, small contention, King She Slime is not female, alright? She Slime is his race. He's the king of the She Slimes.
Because I was talking about Queen Slime, I haven't touched her Blossom yet, but I haven't seen anyone else do it either. And my wife's like, is that the orange one or the pink one? And we started, I said, no, that orange one is King She Slime, and then Queen Slime, which is, yeah, whatever.
Oh, by the way, you mentioned playing with your wife and showing her the funny things. You should have her do the read the text in the at least Nara's hero quest. Dude, I thought the final boss. Yeah, dude, I thought the final boss would be making a sandwich. It is. Look, I'm not into woke shit, but that story was a little bit sexist. And then yeah, so 1 month later they had the white banner, which, dude, if you wanted Terry, it's even better because it's only 5 stamps. They take the chocolate items out, but you got guaranteed A's on 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I wonder what the A's were. Probably maybe those 5 featured A's were in there.
It's hard to say now with what they do with A ranks. Like they're not too tight with A ranks. Like they're good about just throwing in a bunch of, like when the general pool gets added to, they don't add the Dark Lords and heroes, but they put their A ranks in. So we got that at least. But yeah, so that one, the second stamp was a guaranteed S, and then you just have to do the 5 multis, and you get you get to pick any male hero, which, I mean, all 5 of them, you can choose anyone.
I've never... Look at Angelo's face. Why does he look like he's...
got mascara
on something at all time? That's not what he looked like in DQ8. That's always bothered me. He looks so tired all the time.
Yeah.
Small rant, but when he first came out, I was like, that looks terrible.
Like I said, I'm just waiting for Kirill to get his Blossom.
Yeah, wink, wink. Yeah, Prison Peacock too.
Yeah, I think Prison Peacock probably had some use. He's probably done with it, but like martial damage is just bad right now. It got better. It finally does relevant damage, but
him and Highbird, they're so quick. It was like, oh, neat, but they don't do a lot of damage. Then you melt them in one hit with so many characters. So.
Yeah. By the way, I'm pretty excited for Cantlin's blossoming. I really want that. And then, honestly, Ruff has to be close because Ruff and Maribel were never relevant, so they got to be getting a blossom in a month or two.
If you go back and look at him, like Ruff still does good damage, and he's really quick, and he has a 4 move. I think.
Oh yeah, when he came out, like he was a good unit.
He
was just
fucking scary in arena, big time.
Yeah.
And Maribel is really nothing special, but she has the unreflected spell, which later down the road that might be very useful. But when I first saw that, I was like, oh, that's got to be useful. But nope. And I just got her the other a week ago or so with the I got her in the 50 pull, I think.
No, I don't know. Did you pay attention to JP when when the Sorrow event was out, like the first one? Do you remember seeing Maribel and thinking like, oh man, they're gonna have an answer to a Stark, or no, Sorrow Sorrow Manslayer. It's like, oh, that's gonna be the answer to a Sorrow because he's gonna be so broken, and then his magic shield mattered almost not at all.
You can just bang or frizz one shot him. So
yeah, and then like 5 minutes after he came out, we did like this hard shift to a physical meta.
Squidzilla was my go-to for a long time. That burst slash, 1,500 damage. First time I saw that, I thought that was king shit.
It's fun. No, when we were reading through the blossoms, nobody really thought much of Squidzilla. I mean, I thought he looked like he could be strong, but nobody used, for the most part. A couple of smart people did. Like our first champion. Can't even remember his name now. Like the guy that was number 1 for a while in the beginning before Kage got his 5 minutes in the spotlight. Somebody will tell me in that. Yeah, the other guy that left. Anywho, yeah, like the first unit he took to R6 was Squidzilla. He's like, this is my arena unit.
Well, what I noticed about the 4 move is that Squidzilla's kind of slow, so I put him intentionally kind of away so no one takes any life, and then he can come, because there's a lot, like S starts weak to bang, and there was a lot of good units back then weak to bang, and he would come in and just,
But yet Squid had the power all along. He just didn't have any range. His his Blossom, like as far as single strike, single targeting, his Blossom didn't add anything other than just he probably got another 15 attack or something like that.
He got like 10 potency, so nothing.
Yeah, so there's some potency and the generic Blossom stats. But yeah, he was already enough for amazing damage. He just couldn't actually get up and hit anything. So yeah, his whole Blossom was really the extra movement.
And he's got a lot of HP, so he's you can still use him now and kind of get away with a little bit of survivability and still a good damage output. But
yeah, it's scary when you see somebody that goes for HP on him in arena. It's like, why does this unit have 2,100 HP?
Really.
That's a scary thing. Dragon Lord True Form can do that, but with Dragon Scale, it's like, what?
Oh yeah, yep. Because the recovery is based off his max HP, isn't it?
I think yes. I think it's 10%. I think it's 10% HP.
Much? Is it?
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Something
like one.
Something else showed it because there's another dragon, and they didn't call the passive dragon scale, but it said 10%. So it might not. Once again, Chase Games is not infallible, but I do believe it's 10%.
Formed. No, I think it's that. I'm just kind of thinking of the numbers every time I see it. It's always like 160, 180-ish.
Like Meldragora, Meldragora, whatever they're gonna call it, the DQ10 Dragon God thingy, dude.
Yeah, he's a game shaker too.
So yeah, they call his passive Regenerating World, but it says when attacked by an enemy restores 10% of max HP and 8% of maximum MP. This guy, look, I'm not spending my gems, but I will probably put a poo on him. So he looks really good, but like also everything that looks really good coming up is a 65-point unit.
There's a lot of those coming come DQ10.
So I don't know. I saw some screens that people were making fun of me that I'm overreacting about Nelgil. First of all, I said that he's got potential, but it's another evasion unit up. He's got he's got some good range. He's got another large fan. It's a large fan, but it's actually physical for his potency. I'm not crazy about. I don't like frizz. We have enough frizz right now. Knocking back 2 spaces, I actually don't like that. not in arena.
I was gonna say the knocking back is neat if you hit it on the third strike out. So that's
Yeah,
5 spaces away. But there's not a lot of people who can't just come back at you and not hit you. But
yeah,
his 4 range bind is pretty neat because you could maybe bind someone that could only do 3 or less.
exactly.
They're weak to bind.
Uh,
And
often
they're
means 60. Yeah, so 60% rather. So I don't know if I don't think he gets any addition to that, but yeah, 60% chance to bind something. Obviously, like Nocturnus. Nocturnus is weak to bind, so that'll put him. That'll stop him every single time. Um, and he's resistant to whoosh, so like if you don't need a counter to Nocturnus, but like
and Zam actually, which is funny because that'd be the only 2 things Nock could hit him with.
oh right, yeah, there's Zam too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been I've had once or twice where I think I have Nocturnus blocked in, and I do, but that his whoosh attack, I don't remember the name, Pearly Gates, right?
Relegate, yeah.
I mean that little plus sign from a melee range is an interesting attack area.
It's unique. I like how they're coming up with new, weird little ways to have area and targeting and stuff like that.
Mm. Yeah, so I mean he's 65 points. Did you see me go on about Murdaugh? Murdaugh has
his sleep, his AOE typeless spell, and
major spell damage, and often puts to sleep.
Succession.
Yeah. Although, I think it was just on a live stream. I don't remember if it's something I recorded. I made a big deal that he'd be able to put Erdrick to sleep, and then I forgot that Erdrick, like, you can't sleep Erdrick. At least not for the first 3 turns.
I'm actually looking at him right now. It's funny you brought him up.
Great minds, right?
Erdrick's weak to sleep. He's minus 100.
Yeah, but his first awakening is nullifies status ailments for 3 turns.
You are correct. Yep.
I did the same thing. I'm like, oh my god, that's so weak. Like, you can just sleep Erdrick.
Not if you got 2 of them, you can't.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, like, units like Sorrow and Zenlon, if they were weak to sleep, they would be so much easier to handle. Like, you just make sure you don't hit them with a physical, and then you can come and mop them up on round 2 or 3. That's so much better.
Just spell them to death. You're good, or breath them.
That's why I bring evasion units, and usually I just try to aim for a team that, the only magic damage or breath damage would be Sorrow, maybe one other caster. It's like, all right, so turn 1 paralyze Sorrow, you kill the caster, you kill Sorrow, and then the rest of the team you just take on at your leisure.
A lot of people in Guild, the recent GVG, relied on Sorrow for like the only spell output. Because yes, he will one-shot Domegas, but then you also have Fallen Angel Corvus. It's like, and he's going to take out Sorrow, no problem.
I had to put a couple of my guildies in their place. I'm like, what are you doing, you fucking idiots? You're completely open to an evasion team. God, it's like they don't even fucking think unless I tell them what to do. Sorry, I was probably a little too deadpan saying that. Anyway, but no, I just told people, like, make sure you're not open to an evasion team, because it's really easy to bring 4 or 5 strong units. It's like, yeah, all they have to do is bring Nocturnus, Duel, Elena, Sorrow, and FAC even, and their team is untouchable. Like, they just farm you.
Eric gets 40% too, so...
Yeah, Eric I think is underappreciated just because he came out alongside too many strong things, and I immediately had to awaken young Terry, so
right,
and that was a mistake.
Veronica. Oh.
Nobody seems to give a shit about I thought young Terry's first awakening was the strongest thing about him. It's just show no mercy. That is the only thing that he does. He doesn't actually have other abilities. None of his other perks matter. Young Terry is there to do show no mercy. I'm not even sure if his heal works. There's a little bit of exaggeration here, but if you guys have used Young Terry, I'm also not really exaggerating. It's just show no mercy. But yeah, I regret doing that awakening, because now I have 7 hero fragments for Erdrick.
Long way to go.
Man, you remember back in the day when they used to give out fragments during events?
Yeah, that's why the figs were, although I went after the freaking iridescent orbs, all but the 30 cost one. The figs were like, ooh, but then you got like, one very mysterious map every 700 runs.
I couldn't pass on the 10s. I think that, like, I think that like technically 10 shards is better, but I want orbs because dude, that's a thing. You know, I've always been, oh, Chase Games going on about orbs again, but like, who has orbs right now?
It's finite as shit. So yeah, you need them.
First of all, I don't think it's fun that I just can't use some of my units, but you know, they just blossomed like 5 different things that nobody in their right mind had ranked already.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dread, I really want Dread Dragon, but I can't rank and blossom him.
Yeah, I love Dread Dragon too. Him and Killing Machines Blossom like hit the spot because they were like, they weren't even good when they came out, but their Blossom made them like very strong for if you need Sizz or if you need Crack. They're like boom.
Oh, by the way,
range. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, man. I always interrupt. I'm very bad about that. So, it's excitement, not just me. Well, I get very conceited. Anyway, dude, Erdrick. You know, we were talking about Erdrick. Did you hear me go on about how expensive his skill panel is going to be?
His little passive tree thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, because that costs blossoming materials too, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's going to use all rarities. So you'll use. I think it took 5 rainbow lotuses. I looked at it on JP. Dude, here's the fun thing. They all cost gold too.
Oh yeah, what else is new in this?
And there's like 30 nodes.
Yep.
Dude, it's 100,000 gold just basically.
Well, I wonder if JP is going to sneak in more blossoming doors. 5 or 10 more.
I mean, we'll know about it when they do, but I mean, man, they're going to be harder. So
right, and Karen, I'm stuck at 34 because I need another Zerfy.
You need skill. Get good.
I need skill. I need to watch a guide properly.
By the way, if you guys haven't finished your Blossom doors, like first, it's easier with rank 8 now, and you probably do just need to find the right guide. That's all, dude. I don't figure things out. I just found guides.
And also, remember to get your mini medals on Blossom or Battle Roads. I recently forgot about one that I didn't get because it was hard. Now with rank 8, you shit all over that content.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Like, you don't need lucky crits or nothing. And some of the units in Blossom Road, like the DEEFs, they have Blossom trees, which are inexpensive. And you can just, you'll get that mini medal with your eyes closed.
But, man, I mean, you can almost consider this, like, if you want to argue, do you pick Zenlon or Erdrick? So remember this, Erdrick, his skill panel, beside the Blossom cost, material cost is annoying. What's up, Jen? Dude, so he's going to cost 100,000 gold for his skill panel. How many abilities does he have? 14, 15?
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, not by, well, I can count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaklang, whatever they're going to call that. I mean, you don't have to rank that up. But there are 4 abilities. One of them is S rank. I bet that costs a lot more gold than A rank abilities.
Yeah.
Oh, that thought just occurred to me. And I mean, it's Erdrick, so you're going to take them all to 10, right? So, what do you think? 50 to 80,000 gold per ability. 100,000 gold for the S1 unless you get lucky. I don't think I'm going overboard, right?
No, I think he was designed for people to really salivate to like buy everything in the set shop, handy shop, and
so
get him awakened.
I mean,
because he out of nowhere, his power level compared to what we had above Sorrow. Sorrow's still great, but he is like fucking great.
Oh yeah,
it's like whoa.
So, I mean, let's say the 4 abilities between them, because you don't have to put much in clean, they probably cost 200. Giga Cross, I think, that could cost you 100,000. So 300,000 gold for his abilities, 100,000 for a skill panel, and then what's it cost to fully rank a unit now? Like 40,000 gold.
48 or 40, maybe 40 even.
48,000. Okay.
Too much.
So yeah, he's going to cost you 450,000 gold.
we need a Dragon Quest Tact loan application built in the game.
And don't forget his S rank equipment.
Yeah. Oh, good lord. Reroll on that too.
I will say the only nice thing about him is that there isn't much. I feel like I've never agreed with people that chase dupes on things, even the spotlight units. Yes, I know you use them all the time, but his third awakening is Dark Robes. 20% off damage for the first 3 turns. That's nice, but I've never seen that be hugely impactful.
Well,
And
it's
then
one of those things you forget's there. It's like Baron's got damage reduction and stuff, and then you go to like familiarize yourself with damage against some units, and then you go to hit these people, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't kill him. Uh-oh. So.
And then the 5th Awakening is HP plus 100, which I thought was just something that they threw on free-to-play units.
Yeah, that's weird for a 5th, given how powerful everything is before.
Hey, it's really good, but like with the Awakening perks that they put on some other things, it's funny. Like Sorrow's MP regen didn't seem like a big deal, but then when you factor in how overpowered he is and that he can run out of MP in like 4 or 5 turns, it's like, oh no, it lets him legit solo things.
Oh yeah, totally. What does his HP look like? Let's do Master Rank 30. So he's getting you'll get him like 1100 HP. That's pretty good for a hero. So 100 HP is not like game breaking, but.
Oh, if you're talking about Erdrick, I mean, if you got the extra 100 with his full blossom thing, I mean, he'd be at 1482 HP.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've got family rank 40. Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy. He copies Sorrow's leader skill, by the way.
Yeah, 15. Yep, increased attack.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Don't forget no rainbow tomes for S rank stuff. Yeah. It's a small thing. We'll figure out more about. I don't know everything about it, but there's an S rank. He has the 1 S rank ability. It will have its own tomes. I know that you can trade 3. It's only Zap. So I think there will be other kinds. It's not an all-purpose S rank tome that you can get. It's the Zap, and you can trade 3 Zap A's for an S. There are
one action.
Yeah, so there are some available in the shop, I think I don't know if you probably get some naturally along the way. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, they'll shoehorn them into content or whatever. I just noticed the icon's different too for the S unit. The little red attack ability thing.
Yeah, the icon. I was like, dude, how do you know that something is an A rank ability? They're like, it has the cross eyes, idiot.
The little spikes. How did you miss that?
Fuck you! Fuck you! How was I supposed to know that? The fuck?
Can't you see that ant? Picking pepper out of fly shit? Can't tell the difference? Come on.
God, it's obvious. Oh. So yeah. Yeah, no, I should know better, but I did not think to look at that.
I've been playing role-play games for 30 years. Every game's got shit like that. And you're like, what? I didn't notice that either.
Did you know that in your car there is a little gas pump icon, and the arrow to the left or right lets you know which side your fuel door is on?
When someone told me that, I was like, just remember which side it's on instead. So.
I switch cars every so often, so it's like, what side was it again? But I never actually remember that. I just pull up to the wrong side of the pump.
50-50. It's like a USB cord you're inserting. 50-50, here we go.
I do remember that trivia every time I do pull up to the wrong side of a pump, though. I'm like, oh, I could have looked. Somebody in chat learned that just now. Somebody in chat just learned that. Although I think that's common trivia now. I don't know.
We're helping people left and right.
That's what we're here for. We got 10 people in chat now. God, I am big time. By the way, Fart Smucker, he is basically a nobody, but he does have his own YouTube channel.
Actually, I think I just hit 100, which, I'm being facetious, so I'm not like, oh, right, but I was like, oh, cool. Are you doing... Friday the 13th came out. Say again?
Are you doing Letterman next week?
Yeah, there you go.
That's dating us.
When Friday the 13th came out, I was kind of like the Jason in America, so people were like, oh, make guides and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to fucking talk and make videos. Come on. So I just recorded matches, and I just started uploading shit from there.
Per platypus in the chat.
First sub. Well, thanks a lot, Will, for screwing up that satisfying 100 by making it 101. It's like...
That's 101, like the Dalmatians, right? Awesome.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so... God, I was looking at the White Day banner, so we should have gotten that last week. Gosh, I'm just scrolling through the Twitter. Let me
We
see.
want to talk about the Extreme Killing Machine.
Uh,
Shuffle,
pass
shuffle.
that. Oh, the shop. Yeah, please. You tell us your thoughts about it. I've aired my grievances.
Well, it's weird that they can't just give us in our little present box at least like the 10 vouchers.
Yeah.
It's like Malcolm even replied, they know fucking well that we know, and it's like, hey, illustrious crystals bottleneck everybody, irises and everything else. I mean, I don't worry about the orbs and the other crystals. Give us like the 10 vouchers, although I don't want the unit, but if I get them, yay. You know,
Dude,
give
I
us
was
the
like,
10 vouchers, give us the crystals and the irises, maybe. Like, hello.
my Dragwar is only 2 hearts. I think I'd rather have a Dragwar dupe.
He's not terrible either, by the way. He's still
No,
super
so
scary in arena.
you know what? That's why they've got to blossom him soon-ish.
He like I start, he'd be one of the ones. If he got a blossom, he'd be like real good. So.
Yeah, because he's got 4 movement. He's already got high attack. You know, like I was talking about with Squidzilla before, his blossom didn't look that good because people didn't realize that he already has an attack buffing passive.
Like a ton of HP and damage output.
So, like, when you look at a blossom for some obscure unit, like, make sure you go look at their original kit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was something else like that too, but I think Gorsby already. I don't remember what Gorsby's old passive was. The lightning follow up is relevant now.
Like I said, especially now with the base crit rate and everything, it's
with Sorrow, that's a huge deal. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my video last night. This is like the first of things that we're not going to get. We're not going to get that 1,000. That was a April Fool's Day. I don't know if it was part of Spring Heat or whatever. It's Mendini, but yeah, we're not going to get the 1,000 gem stage for April Fool's Day.
enough.
Yeah. I love that. Like, you know, I don't know. You want to take any pot shots at Malcolm? By the way, when I say Malcolm, I mean Square's response through their representative.
Yeah, not the human being who.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't tease him if you paid me to, because that'd be insane to do.
No, he seems like a nice guy. Like, he's kind of a casual player, but he's
whatever. You know?
he's a grown man with a full-time job. So yeah, I'm not gonna fault him that he can't play a gacha for. Dude, early on in the games, like he said that they thought that the average player considered DQT a side gacha. Who the hell has time to play multiple gacha? This is not a side gacha.
Or could like afford
Dude.
it, like, or
Yeah,
would want to afford it. Like,
dude, like this
don't
game
do that,
takes up
people.
so much time.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an April Fool's Day thing. I was taking a break. Okay, so maybe we got that. I don't know. It's probably like last
an
year's
April
April Fool's thing though.
Jen, please enlighten.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing. I play 24/7. I don't fucking remember.
Well, to be fair, it was just a stage that gave 1,000 gems. We might have gotten that on April Fool's Day. They probably did it last year.
So the slime get 1,000 gems. One of those deals.
Of course, in my defense, it was probably JP's first year April Fool's, so that's when we got it. They don't give us things that like they're not like they don't like if you consider generosity erring on the side of caution, they sure as shit don't do that. They won't just like, well, let's just give it to them. That's never been their thought. Even right now, like the shop thing, they're conferring on if they're going to give us the shop tickets, and that is literally the thing people care about least. I would rather have the pearls and orbs, like the family mat orbs. I would rather have that.
The rank 8 illustrious. What are they called? Good lord.
Illustrious crystals.
Illustrious. Thank you. There's so many variations of those words now.
I hate illustrious. Like, just say rainbow.
Yes. Yeah. Responding to Jen's comment, do you mean the evil Mendini, that fight?
That's what it looked like.
If that was the case. Evil Mendini literally had, I think it was like 99999 hit points, and you couldn't do anything to it. It was like a survival thing. Oh, actually, I forget what that was. That was a weird. Yeah, Evil Mendini. That was a weird thing.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently that was April Fool's.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. The evil picture.
Okay, so, but like, I mean, that's the only April Fool's Day we got so far. So, I mean, JP probably had it too last year. So,
That still doesn't change the amount of things that we haven't gotten, so that's not a win for JP by any stretch.
Well, like I don't think we're gonna get any of the Golden Week shit.
Yeah, it's weird because that's what 3A's in an S unit.
Oh, dude, Golden Week was so much stuff. First of all, this campaign that we're not doing right now, like, dude, when are they? If they don't give it to us now, when are they gonna? They're like, well, we're not gonna give it. It's not slated for now. We'll think about it someday. We're like 5 minutes away from being caught up with JP. Like, we're not. If we don't get it now, we don't get it. So there's 300 gems every Monday for the month. We're not getting that. Yeah, I went over all these last night. Like, I'll just scroll through, but like, we're not getting Golden Week. Golden Week came with another 500 paid Tact card. You know, the 10,000 with the 50,000 gold.
Those I love. So
yeah,
they're no brainers.
Whatever this lotto thing was that gave up to 4,000 gems. That's
not
getting
coming
that.
to the West. Yeah, that's probably a legal thing. So.
Yeah, but they could give us something else. Like they never just like want to give us something.
Actually, and I wanted to bring up, like, with them pushing us closer to JP, what is the benefit on their end? They just have to keep less redundant data server side, I guess. Does it make it easier for them to translate and pre-patch and patch and give us the content that already exists in the game? Like, does anybody know kind of what the benefit is?
That I've wondered that myself. My best guess is that they want to keep holidays relevant.
Okay.
Cause I don't know if you recall, the first year they absolutely did not want to give us holidays on schedule, and then Halloween they gave us in September.
Then we got another Christmas and a Halloween the second time with Santa Elena or whatever. Actually, I think Mendini even kind of poked fun at it. Meta style was like, "Oh, it's not time for Christmas, but here we are again," or something to that effect.
Oh yeah, we're well. Let me see. The event will drop Tuesday, so it's at If things drop on Tuesday now, we would need to get Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. So no, we're not getting these. We would have gotten them Friday, right? It's Friday now. So we didn't get those at login today. Maybe it could. You know what? Maybe in 2 hours, if we don't get an Anlucia ticket, we're not getting those.
41 minutes, yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So. But dude, I remember last year there was a thing where they just gave out like 10,000 gems as a bonus. I think there was some kind of radio campaign or something. Like, they never try to make things up to us.
I wish they would have more of the SNS campaigns, because that could be. They've done 3 or 4 of those, and they all went over well. We just got the 4,000 gems from the recent, finishing the recent one at least. Like, yeah, that's great. Please, and it helps the game, promoting it, yada yada, sharing the info and all that jazz. Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, if we were copying things exactly, like within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'd be getting the Golden Week banner, which is another 10 free multis. And that goes up to, let me see, what characters does it go to? It looks like they don't have recent stuff on there. Oh no, there is Sorrow. Okay.
No Terry, so I guess like the
one goes up to 11. Okay, that's
yeah. There you go. Yep.
I'm still. I mean, I couldn't awaken her, but I would like Santa Elena. She's probably getting past. I
just got my third one at the 50. She's great.
And then
the
move
and attack and has an ability that gives her attack, agility, and defense, and then she's strong
and then of course we're missing the special stamp card with 6 guaranteed S ranks and other goodies along the way. So
you get a free fart smucker on your third pull. Look at that. Oh, it went away. Yeah, those I'll throw my wallet at, no problem. Because it's if you spend a little money compared to all the other default values, that is a really good value. The banner itself has a lot of good shit, and then every stamp you're getting something valuable in at the same time. So
well, yeah, and when it's spotlight only, I would assume this is spotlight units only. What is bad right now? So it would have to be something to anything that you get awakenings on and didn't want on this would have to be something that is blossomed and isn't good. So the bad pulls on this are
Manslayer.
Yeah, but even Manslayer, for you he's bad. But when he's going to get a blossom somewhat soon, probably. He'll be amazing. And, you know, Gem Slime sucks, but you have him awakened, so who cares?
But I spent 100
Scrub.
crystals awakening him. I'm smart.
Yeah. The dude, he is an interesting unit. His Blossom someday will probably be nuts. But yeah, I think right now, yeah. I mean, what is bad to pull on this? Not everything useful now, but if you're thinking long term, nothing on here is bad to pull, really. Just
The
Kirill.
last 6-7 months, like every unit, like 1 in every 6 units sucks, but everything else they release is like incredible.
Yeah, and I think they usually try to make it up to him. In the blossoming, like they like, okay, we'll make him relevant now. I was just that man, Elena. You know, I would love more copies of Elena. They don't have her. I'm sure she's in the banner, but they don't show the DQ4 units. They only go back so far. Zoma, dude, if you pull Zoma dupes right now, that's amazing.
Set for the future, buddy.
Who doesn't have Max Awakened Dragon Lord? We're not all whales, Platt.
I got him maxed kind of early, actually. I felt so powerful. So I'm gonna drop fireballs on everybody. Ooh,
First of all, sorry, I feel bad. I don't always keep up with chat, so I don't know how well you know Platt. Fart. I think you're aware of him. Sorry, I'm gonna hide your picture again just because you're.
So, like I said, I used to watch his old Battle Royale videos, and I was like, how in the hell is he doing this?
All right, so, but the JP Crunch. Okay, so obviously we don't know. They don't tell us shit. Platt is well aware of that. So let me just tell you what banners we're missing, because you know that we don't skip weeks without banners. We don't have weeks without banners. So we just got this guy, the worst one ever. Drops are on Tuesday now. So Tuesday we should be getting Ann Lucia. She's got 2 forms. They come together. They'll be on each other's banner, but you know, like one is in the general pool, so it's shit rates. So this is Tuesday.
All 3 of those A tiers are nice. The featured and the 2 free ones.
Yeah, so the 8th we get Ann Lucia. 15th we get this Nelgel dude. 22nd we get Maldragora the World Maker. World Breaker is a free-to-play unit, apparently. Another orb that we'll need. Murdaugh is the 29th. Jamiris will be the 5th of August. 50-point Nocturnus.
What's Duran? Or Duran, however you say it. Duran.
Yeah, and that might be a Japanese version. I didn't play 6. So he should be the 12th if we're not skipping any weeks. And then Golden Week, is Golden Week tied with the 2-year, or are we going to get it on schedule? It's for the 1-year anniversary they kept them tied, but I think we were weeks ahead of JP at that point. I don't know, but if we just go right along, Gildiga is the 19th, and then it's Erdrick. So
I think with 10 coming, because there's so much content with 10, it's like a 4 or 5 part event. I think they're going to really rush through those. They're going to be a week each at most.
Yeah, JP gets 10 to 14 days between sections. Yeah. We get 7, sometimes 6 now, because they like to keep creeping up the launch days. Somebody said, Pack Demon, I didn't mean to be contrarian with him last week, said, like, things have been coming out Wednesday for forever now. For a while. I'm like, what's a while to you, bud? That was like a month. I remember Thursday for the longest time. But yeah, it was Wednesday for about a month, and now it's Tuesday.
Stars used to do that too, like the daily reset and the content reset. It flip-flops.
So if we don't have weeks without banners, which is it's possible, but probably not. Like if for some reason they actually gave us Golden Week, that would be a week. You know, that big paid banner would or the 10 stamp banner would be a week. But yeah, it's looking like the 26th for Erdrick. But if Gildiga is tied to the 2-year, then we get Erdrick on September 19th. That's 6 weeks.
Yeah, they might shoehorn in like a spring heat type thing or bring back something, you know, to spread a week out. But if they're trying to speed it up, maybe they won't. We'll see.
Yeah.
It might come earlier than people think, though. So.
Platt, you're right. It used to be 2 banners a month. First of all, they weren't speeding us up. Like I said, when you know, we're so used to every event having each part, you know, it'll have like 4 parts usually. It'll be 1 a week. in Japan, it's 10 to 14 days between. For us, it's always 1 week. So it's a big crunch now. And, yeah, we just have a banner every single week now. Wow, that was a long hair in my water bottle. Anyway. Yeah. Oh. Interview late, yeah. But I am recording it. Also, it's on YouTube, so. Platt.
I love what he said about you earlier, Pac.
Yeah. Platt, I think you probably talked about it in a video, but I'm so busy. I don't have time to watch your latest video. What did Octopath do for that banner mistake? Did they give you guys a full gem refund? Because that is... I've talked about this to death. People give me like a blank stare when I've asked Pac a couple of times, and he doesn't seem to care or know, whatever. Do you remember me ranting about it, the 1 year anniversary? They advertised that you could get general pool units in the anniversary banner, the 10 stamp. Well, there were 2 of them, and it turns out that you couldn't, which is good. But they falsely advertised that units would be in a banner that weren't there. I don't know if you have any experience with gacha, but that's a gigantic, huge fuck up. Like, epic proportion fuck up in a gacha. Okay, so there's no refund. They gave the featured unit to everybody that did the 5th step. Okay, so there was only 1 feature. I thought there were multiple featured. Okay, so I mean, that's not a full gem refund, but yeah, they corrected it. Very few games are kind enough to just give a featured unit away, so that's a different kind of cool. But yeah, have you played... Oh, no, I mean, you played Dragon Quest of the Stars, but... dude, I'm sorry. That was another thing that drove me away, is there was absolutely nothing done about a gigantic... banner typo. That's huge.
Oh, in Stars?
No, sorry, Tact. The 1 year advertised that it would have general pool in it. I mean,
yep.
Yeah, it said featuring your favorite units from the general pool or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's it's advertising units that aren't there. It's good for long-term players, but like, that's still false advertising, man. That in any other game, that would be a full gem refund and literally bending over backwards with apologies.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime a customer can throw their real money at it on the assumption what they're being shown is what they'll get, and that's not the case, you better come give me that money back, boy. So, that could really piss people off, so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. That sucks. It's a lot of, you know.
Dude, I can't. I don't understand why people aren't upset about that. You know, I'm not trying to pick on Pac here. I was pressing him the other day, like, I asked it in my video, like, what have they ever addressed and fixed in this game? Because every 2 or 3 months, Malcolm will state that he recognizes an issue and is providing feedback, but what did they fix? Like, have they ever given us compensation for anything that was relevant? We get like 80 gem compensations on gigantic fuck ups.
We get like the Apollo gems for the maintenance stuff. They're okay with that. But yeah, lately, you know, I've been learning about all the snafus. Like, you know, it's like we should have got probably this, that, and the other, and then some. I don't think a lot of people catch it really, so it's not known in the community so much.
Yeah. Bunch of assholes in this stream. Yeah. I don't remember Game Vision. Game Vision doesn't come into my chats, I don't think. Octopath Day 8-8. Oh, they're making that a thing. Okay, I get it. Octo. Great day to reroll. No, thank you. I'm glad some people are happy with it, but I've noticed you're getting some views on your Octo video, so keep it up, man. Hope that works out. YouTube is fun, but YouTube's also more fun when people actually watch your content. So I'm happy for you, Platt.
Plus,
yeah. Shut up, fart. You don't know anything about it.
No one watches my content. They say, "Oops, I accidentally clicked on this video again."
My mom clicked like.
Where's this dislike button?
I gave my mom a shout out in my first video. I'm like, well, she'll probably be the only one to watch it. So,
She's the most important person.
thanks for watching, Mom. I've never made her watch one of my videos because they're cringeworthy. I think if you don't like Dragon Quest, well, my videos are already pretty low quality, but if you don't like Dragon Quest Tact, God, I can't imagine how bad they are to watch.
You know, it's funny. You'll come across some small channel with some obscure game. You're like, look at this fucking guy. But it's like, here we are. Talking about shit, 80 people know about. So
Yeah. Although, oh my god, dude, huge thing. I got it on screen now. I'm looking at it. DQ10, finally, we will get the Sham Hat Witch.
He's the cutest. He was in 11, right?
Yeah. I don't remember if he was in 8. I know he was in 11. That's what I recall him from. So apparently he was in 8.
I think that's the first time I saw him, yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother correcting my screen here, what it's showing, but surprise, he's not that useful.
He might as well be a Z tier.
He's got minor breath damage to one enemy, range 1 to 3, so it's very, so there's, it could be range 1, 2, or 3, so that's helpful. Sometimes those range 3 only abilities you can get stuck. What's the first awakening is MP plus 5.
Plus 5. That'd be cool if he had like only 5 MP to begin with, but no.
That should be a challenge right there. Use up his MP in a fight before he dies. Anyway, I know there's ways. Anyway,
like I said earlier, there'll be some weird obscure battle roads that he comes out to where you need him juiced to the 9s in order to beat it.
Although, you know what? Definitely farm him to 5 hearts because he'll have to have an amazing Blossom. I'm joking, but also they probably will give him a really good Blossom.
I mean, I don't care if it's Dark Paul or whatever. I get them to Awaken 4, no questions asked. So unless they're good, then they're getting 5. But
the last low rank thing I took to 5 was that C rank horse with mid heal, because I'm an OG guy and I thought like mid heal on a C rank. I mean, that could be useful. Dude, what the fuck do you heal with mid heal anymore? Like, mid heal is useless.
Just use heal slime with the attack up at the same time with the heal from the tree.
So I mean, yeah, I know that you can make use of mid heal, but yeah, it's not. You can't heal a fight because somebody has mid heal anymore.
And like the Blossom Tree thing's fun because you never know who's going to get them next, so they could always just take a bunch of dumpster tier G, H, and Q units and give them Blossom Trees, and it's like, because a couple of the ones recently we got are not bad. Like a couple of the F tiers, the one to randomly increase tension and rare chance to increase, a bunch of stat buffs, and from the Platypunk guy, and the C tier with 390 potency physical attack or whatever it is, the White Knight thing.
Oh, sorry, I was paying attention. I don't know if I was supposed to be paying attention. Sorry, what?
I was. It wasn't important, trust me.
Okay,
cool. I was
cool.
just saying, even some of the, DEF units, they'll get some pretty cool blossoms, and it's neat to anticipate ones in the future, so you never know.
Oh, sorry, you mentioned Platypunk. Yeah, no, that's not like a good unit necessarily, but you can find a use for him, especially when he's 5 points. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were making fun of her platypus.
No. No, sir.
Yeah. Let me see.
And still a ton of blossomings coming yet.
Yeah, and what's funny is, I mean, what got blossomed recently on JP, they had so many coming up, and then there was... Okay, so coming up, we've got DQ2, then DQ5 shortly after, so it really hasn't been terribly long, but, JP is so much more spaced out. It really doesn't...
Right, yeah.
After... Yeah, so once the anniversary started, no more blossoms. There were no blossoms in July, other than Zoma. I know you're saying Zoma. Zoma came out the 30th. So, yeah. After the brides, there were no blossoms. DQ2. Sorry, that was the last. After DQ2, there were no blossoms. So, I'm excited to see what they do next. I assume it's got to be like DQ7.
The DQ2 blossoms are really good too, especially Hargon. Good lord.
Oh yeah, and sorry, I meant the next blossoms have to be DQ7 like on Japan, but dude, that's another dude. The blossoms are so much more exciting now because dude, we're gonna get them in like what, like 2 months. The crunch is almost over unless they decide to mess with things. I think they hinted to slowing down crunch, but I mean, we're just not that far behind anymore.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's coming quicker than people think too. Like I said, especially the Erdrick thing. That's like a threshold of. It's almost like a new game at that point. They introduce new things mechanically. The amount of power with him and Zenlon and everything, and even the Godbird, the Ramia or whatever her name is, as a free unit, really good. So.
I saw in the Japanese version of the game, I saw that something gave me a red orb, and I'm hoping that's like her illustrious orb that she needs for ranking up or something.
I think it's what you collect to get her awakening crystals. I
shit.
saw that.
Okay, that could be
in the game.
it.
You collect like a red, blue, green, purple orb or whatever. I forget. So. I think so. I'm not wrong. If someone in chat knows.
I don't know if that's in. Yeah, if somebody in chat knows what the orbs are. What did you collect 5? Was it? I think there were 7 of them in that game, right? No.
Something like that.
I don't recall. Anyway, I would just. Oh, well, she has crystals, so maybe they gave it to her as a. Like with Dai, how they had their own orbs in that event. Cause,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Actually.
The thing that makes me think that is I can't think of what else it would be. Also, I'm just hoping, which always goes wrong, but we're getting 2 free-to-play two free-to-play I think 2 free-to-play S ranks.
English, we speak it.
And the Sage. Somewhere I heard the Sage is going to be an A rank. I don't know if that's somebody talking out of their ass and guessing, or if that's true.
I get the feeling it's an A rank too. That means nothing. I'm aware, but I'm like, yeah, they have Robin Hood, and I'm like, it looks like an A rank, but again, that's worth nothing. So pretend I didn't say that. But if it's an A rank, I win nothing.
Let me see. Elysium Bird. Somebody showed me that. Yeah, so there's an A rank with a multi-heal that isn't a free-to-play farm, so maybe that'll be good. I don't think it has, like... We'll look at it, Awakening 5, like 42 Mastery. The Wisdom is... I think that's fine for... I don't know what rank 8...
An A rank, that's not
Wisdom.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's good.
He's got killer agility. Good lord, for an A rank. Whew.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot of agility, yeah.
Has, like, no defense.
No. Oh, yeah, terrible. But, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna... Yeah, you just, you gotta protect the healer. Move one enemy back 5 squares. That's an interesting ability.
Say that again. Knocks back 5 squares.
So it's range 3.
It's
move
a range
1.
3. Holy crap!
Yeah. Oh,
That's
and
the
it's
range of the arena.
Yeah, and decelerate. I don't know if this is the same ability. Yeah, so it's the same as Claria, and I didn't realize Blood Mummy also had decelerate. That's a greatly lowers enemy agility.
Tact Demon's got something important to say. Chase, why don't you know?
That is what most people watch me for, is so that I can read in-game news for them, because I do assume that most of my audience is illiterate.
He teaches and learns. It's all good.
Anyway, it's funny. I pay attention to the streams sometimes, but it's multitasking is harder than it looks, especially when you're kind of slow. Oh, so this bird gets a rare magic barrier. Rarely greatly raises spell resistance. That's not bad. Max HP plus 30 on the 5th Awakening. God. What do these symbols mean? Which ones? I don't know.
There's a lot of symbols.
I'm never sure what's a dig at me or not. I'm just offended by every statement in chat.
It's hard to tell sarcasm with the when you read it yourself. It's all in how you read it and perceive it.
Let me see. Is there any... God, we've been going for an hour 16 now since I hit record. What have we not talked about? You're in my guild now. Well, okay. I should stop calling it my guild. Jen lets me play co-leader sometimes, but yeah. Jen's guild, where I am the mascot on Chasers. We are now in the same guild, me and Fart. I destroyed his original guild and stole Fart.
Oh, yeah. I was glad you died to my team, but your guild smushed my guild. And we had like 6 non-participants. So I was like, what? I'm done with this guild. I started it with a guy in Reddit. I was in some like random guild, and I was like, this stinks. And I was like, I'm looking for, as you call it, serious casual guild, semi-whale guild. Mm-hmm. And this guy was, we had like point to point the same CP. He was like, okay, I'll start a guild. Cool. So we started a guild, did pretty well. And then he took a break from the game, and he came back on a free-to-play account. I don't know why. Maybe he's like spending too much money or something. But he came back, and that was right when the last GVG happened. And my team sucked, boy. They were sitting on the bench just watching things happen. And it's just like, at least participate. I think one fight we lost by 40 points. So the non-participants could have gotten their 10, and we would have won that fight. But
oh yeah,
well, that's why I contacted you guys. I was like, my guild's terrible. Can I join? I have like 1 billion CP. So.
Dude, I was proud of Chasers because we hit Masters 2 this time, and this is the way that it's gone for us so far. Basically, anybody that is our rank or even close to us in rank, or below, obviously, we basically just walk over. And then we took on a guild in the top, the top 30. They were in the 20s, and we fell short by 200 points. And dude, they had some whale teams, and I was like, I'll wait until the other people pick their matches, and it was like, look, we already lost. We did lose, but like my attitude was, we already lost. Let the other guys get their wins if they can, and like, I'll take the shame. I will lose to the big whale. And I actually took down my whale. I got like a 140, which wasn't too bad. Jen picked after me, so she picked a whale that I passed on, and she beat them, which I was like, dude, I thought I was going to die. I'm like, oh, Jen doesn't stand a chance either, but good for her. I think we both intended to be the martyrs. And anyway, we lost by 200 points with a no-show for the whole tourney. So that sucked. I mean, we still needed 40 more points, but I'll tell you, for a serious casual guild to lose to a whale guild by only 200 points with a no-show, I'm super proud of us.
Chase's guild, what the fuck? It's like, I mean, it is what it is.
Pack is taking the joke well, but I mean, we did perform on par with Arena Watch, so Chase Games is equal to Arena Watch in skill. Obviously, that's just science.
It's chisel it in stone. It's
just science. Which is like, oh my god, they're just, dude, they're gonna put us in the same bracket next month, and I'm just, they're gonna shove this joke down my throat so fucking hard.
I think Kage's finding of the matchmaking is accurate. So it's like, we ranked up. We got like a new blue set of steps. Oh shit, no, rank down.
No.
So hopefully that changes in the future, but I doubt it.
I don't know what Jen's talking about. This community is fairly receptive to sarcasm. I know from experience. They get the joke. Trust me, they understand. There's never been any confusion. Plus, it doesn't really matter because it's August now, and as I've said many times, when's Thanksgiving this year? The game's only going to be up for a couple more months anyway, so.
Fill me in on that, by the way, because I wasn't around for the initial drama. I keep hearing about Chase and Thanksgiving. I'm like, what are these people talking about?
All right, so all right, my memory is a little foggy. I'm not trying to cover it. I don't give a fuck. So I had probably been doing YouTube for like 2 or 3 months. I remember it was well before the 6 month, or at least close to it. So 3, 4, 5 month mark. I looked at the game's numbers and I'm like, fuck, this is making nothing. Our player base isn't that big, because I came from Dokkan Battle, which makes a bunch of money, and people talk about Dokkan dying constantly. It makes a bajillion dollars a month.
It's Dragon Ball. Yeah, it could sit still and make money. Yeah.
People are constantly talking about it dying. So when I came here and I'm like, this game makes low six figures every month, and the player base is leaving in droves, and our whales are leaving every week, and all this, I'm like, and sorry, man, I'm like, they're constantly doing stupid shit. They're not generous. The game's expensive. They haven't fixed many problems. I'm like, that was, dude, if you spent any amount of game money in the game early, you had the general pool already. So it's like, every single banner is like, great, it's shit rates, shit pity. We didn't have 15k pity then. It's like, and when you don't get the spotlight, you're pissed. Because it's not even a close second when the general pool. I'm like, dude, this game's gonna fucking die by like Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's what, okay. I remember reading something about that, but I was like, I'm not sifting through 1,000 old YouTube videos to find out what and why.
Dude, I was thinking about this the other day. People act like I pulled out spreadsheets like it was a quarterly earnings report. And I was like, by my calculations and judging by the Mayan calendar, the game will end approximately Thanksgiving 2021.
It's gonna happen.
Dude, I'm like... I'm just an asshole that makes videos. Like, before me, they only had fucking Per Platypus. I mean, he made nice guides, but let's be honest, he's got the personality of a wet towel, and he's not nearly as good looking as Chase Games.
Oh, your camera lens is cracked. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like I was saying earlier, I came from Stars. They had the shutdown. I spent a lot of money. I was ass hurt. So
yeah.
I was skeptical coming into this game. So when I saw your doom and gloom, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll pay attention to this game. I don't spend any money.
Thank you for feeding into every suspicion they've had about my videos of turning away new players.
Like I said, if someone's presenting that case over and over, there's obviously a reason why. So
well, I mean,
like,
I made my arguments for the benefit of new players. Like, yeah, it's really fun.
Right, yeah,
but like, the value system is fucking terrible. You should stay free to play. Like, dude, with the 50 scout poll, I think most people, most genuine people said the same thing. Like, it is the best bit value this game's ever had, basically.
Oh yeah, by a fucking long shot.
But if you're strong enough / smart enough to not spend money on a gacha, don't let this be what breaks you. This is there's a better dude. I have problems with them, but Kage classified it correctly the other day, and I don't remember the term, but like breakthrough purchase or something, like no, first time conversion. That's what what that is for, because once you start spending money in a gacha, you are a spender now. A flip switches.
Hey, you got these 3, but for 2 more you can get this, and if you don't get those 2, only 1 more. I mean, that's not news. That's how that goes.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, just honestly, I don't even like this is something nobody's ever talked about. I think the best value in the game being an $80 gem pack an $80 pack is also kind of, because if you want the most value, because you gotta have the most value. Every time you want to purchase, it's $80. Nobody's ever talked about this before. Tell me what you think. I don't even think they should have an option that expensive. Whales, it's like whales will be shouting at me, "Shut the fuck up! I don't want to do like twice as many purchases." I think the top purchase should be like $39.99.
Right, you almost want to put like a save me from myself cap on purchasing. So yeah, 80 is like a lot. Like 80 is more of the price of a AAA game, a finished game. I mean, we grew up playing Nintendo. It used to be $50, and they're still technically $50, like a finished game, for example. But with the whole market of DLCs and gotchas and stuff like that, it's all over the place.
So lucky that video games still cost. Well, some of them are some. We're so lucky they cost $60. Like
some, yeah.
But they've always cost $60.
I've been playing Path of Exile 9 years. I've spent a lot of money on that game. It's all cosmetic stuff. It's no gotcha. There's no power in the game, but it's just like, you look back and it adds up, you're like, God damn, like, I could have a yacht by now. Maybe not. Maybe a really terrible yacht, but you know what I mean.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, so the other than the fact that I think they just need to fix their gem packages completely, change the value of paid gems especially, but Yeah, mentally, it's not good that, like, even if you're going for the sale, like the 50 Scout pole, it's like, well, I have to buy the less valuable gem pack now because I don't want to spend 80. Anyway, we just need more things like that. When the game launched, it had the 99-cent paid pack. Why the hell was that not permanent? The value of
And
that
they've
would
only
be
had, I think,
significantly
one
less now,
gem
but
sale since, and you got like what 1,200 extra free gems or whatever it was.
I, I don't recall. It could have been
It
something.
was.
I remember it was something that was crazy to pass on.
So, hopefully someone remembers in chat. It might have been while you took your break, but yeah, it was. They had like a gem pack sale, and I don't even think they advertised it. I saw it just kind of arbitrarily instead of the
Oh,
1,700 or whatever it is now with the $80.
that was the
pack, you
6
got,
month.
like, oh, was this okay? Oh, that's one. Okay, I think that was the first time I actually spent like money.
And
on the game. It might have been
I
while was
raged it too because dude, I was like, people Pack Demon said you got to own up to that statement. First of all, what are you talking about? I said it. I know I did. I think people make way too big a deal about the Thanksgiving statement. Because I thought it was true. That's what I was afraid of. I really thought that the game needed to pick things up at the 6 month. I thought it needed to. I really thought the game would go offline if the player base didn't pick up.
You did
I mean,
it out of love.
Yeah, nothing ever got better. It's just, I had to realize that they spend nothing on localization, so we're fine.
Well, I'm hoping this whole crunch thing is to help the game's success somehow. Like I said, server side, consolidating redundant data, whatever, and it saves them a lot of money. Things like that.
I hope
they're
so.
business. They're in it to make money. They're doing it for a reason.
You know that we're not going to merge with them, though, right?
No, of course, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
going to be a one-to-one. So I have to echo when I talk.
Oh, let me turn them down a little bit on my end. Maybe that'll help. It's probably just coming through my mic. Anywho, crap. Oh, let's put the doom and gloom aside for 1 second. Just 1 second.
Okay.
The 1/3 reduction, the reduction to 1/3 stamina cost in Reminiscence, fairly certain that is permanent. Once we hit the 2-year, and come on, just give it to us early, please, for the love of God. Give it to us next week. They're not. They're gonna make us wait till 2. That is a huge improvement for new players. That's
Yes, because for those who don't know, Juliet at Party Animals shop was reinvigorated with a lot of good shit, and I cleared out all the gold and everything. So I've wasted so much stamina.
Was there any?
My vendor goes, buddy, he's Awakened Plus.
So I didn't do that. What was? Did they? I haven't looked at that at all. Did they add a stage where you could farm a new weapon for her?
Well, yeah, it's got her blossoming skill weapon. It's a pipe or
Okay,
whatever it is.
but that was the
It's
only.
she
If
holds.
you already had Vendor Goes Max, that was the only stage that was worth going to, right?
Yeah, because the stamina to coin ratio is the same on Vendor Ghost is farmable very hard as opposed to the dual boss battle, as far as I remember.
Okay,
I would just farm Vendor Ghost. I have him like plus 21 or something.
Okay,
at this
so
point.
I will probably do the same thing. I don't think that that was my OG account holder did that event. I came back for 11, and yeah. So I guess you get like as many copies of the weapon as you want, and then just I guess Awakening plus on Vendor Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, you need the metals one way or the other because they put blossoming materials in there and everything. It was not bad. Which I wish they would put more of everywhere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's just me and everyone else talking.
So it's funny, the what our 1.5 it ran. Sorry, so DQ9 was running along with it. I feel like we've been shortchanged on blossom materials and orb. Like we didn't get orbs, like really.
Stop getting iridescent orbs. I noticed. Like we get like the one in the shop, but
Yeah, so
well,
there's.
I don't know because we had a couple events to where if you get like so many things accomplished, you get an orb in the end. So,
Yeah, and-
maybe.
So before I'm corrected, I know there were some, but we also besides getting a bunch of stuff, there was a free to play S rank, right? Yeah, the fairy chick. We got the free to play S rank, and the orbs in the fragment or in the fig shop. That was what do you call that? Like a red herring. That was a trap. for the most
It was
part.
cool when you self-sustained very mysterious maps though. I got 3 at one point. That was fun.
I had terrible luck with that. I did not have many conversions on the map. So I gave up farming them because I think it was supposed to be a 30 to 40% chance for it to drop an additional every time you ran that stage, and that map did not work out for me. Not even close.
I got like 2 back-to-back because I said I got 3 one time and I got a couple back-to-back, so it wasn't like the worst drop rate, especially for what it gave you, the guaranteed fig and like stamina juice and irises and yada yada.
Must be nice.
It must be the hell that RNG. Thanks, Malcolm. Checks in the mail.
Yeah. I don't remember what else I wanted to go on about, but you were right, man. We don't have anything to talk about. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was joking. I said, well, what's your favorite food?
Oh God, I don't even know. I used to always say tacos.
We had tacos tonight, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, green curry. That's my favorite thing. I never get it enough.
Green curry?
Yeah, I love Thai green curry, dude. Except
that doesn't sound good.
Except I have this thing.
Okay, yeah.
I can handle. The only thing I don't like is I can handle fairly spicy food, but if I eat anything with literally any amount of heat to it, even unnoticeable heat, basically, I have to blow my nose at least once during the meal. Like, it makes my nose run. Any amount of heat and food.
If my wife looks at a pickle, she screams. She thinks corn is too spicy sometimes. She hates spicy food.
She's the caricature of white people, like, oh, this mayo is spicy.
Ew, ew. I mean, she's t-shirt and jeans. She's no maintenance, but she's a picky eater. She is a walking cat. So,
dude, seriously, have her play Nera's Hero Quest. It is so sexist. I know I said this before. I honest to God thought that the final boss at the end would be like a sandwich in the kitchen.
Naked with an apron, sandwich in the kitchen.
Just about, dude. It was that. I mean, dude, it's about her domestic goddess training.
That's on the nose.
Just
okay.
Just thinking about what that term means is like, right, oh, yeah, the Japanese did not go woke yet.
Buddy.
No.
Actually, there was something on. Oh, I noticed you are a patron. Am I saying the right patron on a database?
I will admit I just signed off just because I am in between jobs right now. So.
No. Yes.
But yes, no. Voices database is amazing. So.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a video on it. I mean, I know a lot of the content creators use it, but it's.
Oh, he put me up there.
I was like, how did I not know about this?
Yeah, and I don't really like everything so far has been like spreadsheets, and it's like, all right, pass. But yeah, no, it's great. So let's read it out.
Navigate through.
We've got Verksol, Eye in the Sky, Metazoa, Aces, Afro Smash, Ghost of Delta, Agraloon, Sepic 121, Pup Zuza, Ryan Schilling, Jess Estrada, Fart Smucker, and Chase Games himself have donated. I will soon be a previous supporter. This is what happens to previous supporters. They go to hell. Anyway, yeah. A fantastic tool. I love it.
Yeah, I signed up for a Patreon and he didn't have my name on there. I was telling people, oh, support. I was in what's his name's podcast, Metazoa. Who's the guy that talks with Trop?
Trop's a whore. He'll talk to anybody. He was on my podcast and Kage's podcast, but I think you're talking about Metazoa.
I think I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, support Vision. And someone asked, oh, are you a Patreon? Your name's not up there. I was like, yeah, I am. So I asked Voice. I was like, hey, I felt like such an asshole. I was like, hey, when do you put the names up there? He's like, oh, next update. I said, okay. I felt so dumb having to ask, but I didn't realize my name wasn't up there. So.
Look, I know how the community takes me, that I'm not super popular, so I reach out, because my patron name, it gives my real name. And I'm like, well, you know, I like to go by Chase. And I told him, I'm like, look, man, first of all, is it okay if I, like, promote this in my videos? Second, if you don't want to put me on the patrons list, I understand. Because, well, maturity is not common in this community. I'm still not allowed in any public forum because criticism. I don't know. I don't even want to bother going into that, but like, I was literally kicked out for just being critical of the game. You can't say it's toxicity with some of the members that are still present there, so. But yeah. Honestly, I didn't really like the Marco Court anyway. It's useful to be able to go in there sometimes. I would take an invitation back just so I could confer with Malcolm, but I prefer sticking to my own.
It sucks that there's like pertinent information on like the official Discord, or like you wish devs would have a more in-house thing to relay info to people, and not like a Discord that someone else made is where you can only find things out. But that's like a lot of games nowadays, so whatever.
Well, that was, I realized there was some Reddit post the other, Malcolm actually posted on the Reddit the other day. I made a video about that, and I pointed this out in the video too, but people were like, oh, well, Malcolm addressed this in the Discord. That means fuck all, man. Like, that's...
I wouldn't know that, right, yeah.
That doesn't address... Dude, the Discord is not the player base. That is, that's a dozen buddies? Like, the main Discord is dominated by a few voices. They don't represent the community.
Yeah, I figure Twitter, I guess, would be like the place to go by default from the company's point of view, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's why, and I never see it. I keep telling you, if you guys are tired of shit, go to the Twitter and say, why are we getting screwed on this? Why are we not getting that? Where are my EKM tickets? Because that's what we all care about.
I need 10 salamanders.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm almost at rank 5, Awaken 5 with Masquerader, by the way, because I'm a moron.
Raidu, I see the Raidu post.
I'm to Awaken 5.
Now, I think more people should be like Raidu, too. I mean, this is a cheerleader comment, but, like, go post on, like, go hype the game up on Twitter. But, anyway, complaining to Malcolm in the Discord, here's what he sees, here's what he reports back to corporate. Yeah, another one of the hardcore nerds that hangs out in the Discord said something, or they gave me an idea for this. First of all, they don't want any fucking ideas. They want to know, like, what people are pissed about. But, 5 people said something in the Discord. They don't give a shit about that. If Malcolm has to tell corporate, like, yeah, how we get nothing on our Twitter? Well, now it went from, like, 2 responses to 20 people asking, where the hell is the shop? Where the hell is this event? Why are we not getting this thing that JP already got? Like,
yeah, I'm glad I got traction on Reddit at least. So, because I didn't, as much as I looked at the Game 8 stuff and all, it kind of just slipped my ability to pay attention. I didn't know there was a shop with the thing. And you said this spring heat thing or whatever. I was like, yeah, why can't they just call it summer heat? If you think heat, that's more associated with summer than spring, but that's beside the point. So that'd be like very easy to do. And then they still, like I said earlier, in our present box, just give us like the 10 vouchers and like the illustrious crystals. I know I keep bringing that up, but that is a huge bottleneck because I do my 6 runs a day on the very hard, and I get 1 a week, perhaps. So,
oh
well.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. But anyway, guys, go to the Twitter and ask, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that is... I don't know if I've said it properly. Like, it is a more relevant, measurable metric for Malcolm to provide to corporate. I think, like, having Twitter responses going up, 2,000%, and them all being mostly negative, that's the kind of thing that Square will be like, well, we need to do something about this.
Especially when it's when people notice something that they did that Square knows they're doing. They're just like kind of hoping no one else notices. Perhaps like we don't get a shop, maybe most people won't notice, and then we do, and it's like, oh shit, let's fix it. But they haven't, and that's a little upsetting.
Yeah. So anyway, any more thoughts from me? Any closing thoughts maybe? Because I have to get off in a minute.
Whoa! Turn the camera off.
Oh, dude,
don't do it like last time.
I was gonna say, call me a CNN journalist because I am not shy to masturbate on camera.
I don't get the joke because I don't watch.
I don't remember that. There was a I think it was a CNN dude. There was a Zoom call and he didn't realize that his camera was on, and he just starts fucking going to town.
Yep. During the pandemic and all the Zoom shenanigans.
So anyway, yeah, last word is yours.
That's a terrible last word. Come on, how about moist? People hate that word. Say that instead of yours.
You know what really triggers people? Oh, there's the delay.
That looks like Trump and a baby mushed together. That's a weird Trump printout.
I don't know if I can do the voice. No, I can't do a Trump voice. This stream was the best stream. Oh, it makes my hands look tiny, so that's like Trump.
It's a pituitary thing. Your head's huge.
This was the best stream. My streams are the best streams. Everybody else's wishes their streams were as good as mine. Mine are the best. And I'm so grateful to have the fart Smucker here on my best ever podcast.
That would be a name Trump would love. So.
That was terrible, and it probably came out really muffled. I could throw the Power Rangers helmet on again. All right. Anyway, yeah. So I'm ready to call it a night.
Yeah, we can roll.
Anyway, all right. So Fart, thanks a lot for tuning in, bud.
Yes, sir,
and for our viewers, thank you very much. You guys all have a great night. All right, later.